obviously the baseball kind of speaks for itself, but again, I think it's really his effect on people. You know, Coach Cali's a Hall of Fame coach, that's without a doubt, but he's a Hall of Fame person. And he was able to touch the lives of a lot of people. He might not realize it, he might not even acknowledge it. But because the type of man he was and, you know, the guidance that he provided for us, that rubbed off on us. And, you know, a lot of people are better off and they're better men today than they would have been if they didn't have Coach Cali around.
My impression of Coach Cali when I first got here was actually, you know, it was I was impressed. I was, you know, first of all, you hear about him from a couple of players that I knew on the team before him, but then getting there and seeing him in action, seeing him, you know, interact with the players, his knowledge that he had, you know, being a former player who played in the minors, you knew he knew things that you didn't know, obviously, getting in there.
And he always just made you feel comfortable, personable guy, funny, you know, made you feel like you were, you know, one of his guys.
The way Coach Cali and his coaching staff treated us, he treated us like men at times when we really didn't deserve to be treated like men. And we're all very close to this day. For the 4 years I spent here, I can tell you that every guy that I came in with, we all still talk and we're all very close.
I mean, he wasn't just a baseball coach, he was a mentor for us in life. And I don't think we necessarily realized it at the time. You know, yes, he was coaching us baseball and we learned a lot of baseball, but in the meantime, he was teaching us life lessons. He was teaching us how to be better men, how to be better sons, how to be better husbands and fathers eventually.
He wanted you to be dedicated to what you did. You know, when you show up, give everything you have, 110% and nothing less. And put that towards your schoolwork, put it towards, you know, life moving forward. Don't just let life run by. You know, he'd always tell you, you know, make sure you know what you want to do when you get out of here. You know, you're not going to be Disney World forever.
And he was always even keel. And as a player, you pick up on that right away. And it really kept you humble. One of the lessons he always stressed was, you're going to go into the real world after here. And these lessons are going to apply to you in the real world. And it's so true.
He's a person that you would want all the coaches to follow in that suit. And just somebody that really took CSI and ran with it and, you know, wanted to make it a successful place and program for him and his players, and people are going to look back and say, Coach Cali, he was a great coach, a great guy, great mentor, and you're not going to find anybody better than him out there as far as baseball goes.
When my mother was sick and everything, he was a guy that I was able to talk to. I was thinking of, you know, things I could do maybe to raise money for breast cancer in my mother's name, and so I got the idea of, well, I play college baseball, we might as well play a game and see if we could do something with that. He looked at me and goes, you know, Anthony, I think that'd be a really nice idea, and you know, we have to go through the proper channels and we have to go upstairs and ask to make sure if it's okay. It was Jason Fine was the athletic director at the time, so he's like, we'll go upstairs and we'll talk to Jason, and you know, if they say yes, then we'll move right along with it, and if they say no, we'll do it anyway. And that, you know, that was like, I think that kind of sums up Coach.
With Coach Cali, how would you know if you were ever in trouble?
Oh, you knew it right away from his face. His face turned beet red, and you knew that you were definitely going to get something, some kind of earful.
And here's Coach Cali walking off the field towards me, and you knew it was going to be one of those, you know, I'm in trouble kind of speeches, because he started, you know, moving his hat, and that was a dead indicator.
You didn't know if he was smiling, like grinning, or like grinding his teeth. He would have this, like, you know, this look on his face, and you didn't quite know if you were doing the right thing or the wrong thing in the moment. So that would make you a little bit nervous.
And he says to me, he goes, you know, Chris, you got a power hitter's swing, but a singles hitting body.
His actions almost spoke louder than his words, but at the same time, again, he was not afraid to let you know. Once he gave you that look, you knew something was following, and sure enough, it followed. But then, you know, later on down the road, he'll pull you aside again and talk to you and make sure you know that, you know, all's well, you know?
Yeah, he was, you know, he was a character and he was funny. But you know, he would mention often his crush on Britney Spears. He was a big fan of hers, from what I remember. Yeah, but the hat was a big one. The hat was one where you knew things aren't going too well for us at the moment.
It shows a lot that you don't have to be so much of a disciplinarian or a hard coach, but you can be both at the same time, and players are going to play and want to play for you. And I think all of us love playing for Coach Cali. Coach, I just want to, first, I'm so thankful to have the honor to do this and be a part of your night tonight. And I just want to say how proud I am of you, of being inducted into the Hall of Fame. It's been a pleasure playing for you, coaching with you, mentoring me and everything you've done, teaching me the way of what I do now in the fire department, and just in life in general, what to do and the person that I am. It's definitely a part of what you taught me, and I want you to enjoy this. I'm so happy for you. I know a bunch of the players here are happy for you as well, and it couldn't have been a better honor for a better guy. And I just want to say congratulations and thank you for everything you've done for me, and enjoy yourself.
No one deserves to be in the Hall of Fame more than Coach Cali. He dedicated a lot of time here. There was no one that knew baseball more than Coach Cali, and I think that him being humble and not really like downplaying it is just him. But this is a very big thing for everybody that came through this school. Coach Cali, I just want to thank you for everything you've done for me. You definitely made me into a better, productive baseball player. You made me into a better person. And I think that you deserve this night more than anybody. And as a person, you deserve to be in the Hall of Fame as a person too. So for a former player, and I know I speak for everybody who played for you, thank you for everything you've done for us, and enjoy.
He doesn't demand respect, he commands respect, just with the way he carries himself, his character. He's just the epitome of what a gentleman is. He's the type of man that you kind of hope you can grow up to be one day, that if you have sons, you want them to be like Coach Cali because of, again, the character he is, the values that he has, and he practices what he preaches. He's a man's man. Coach, it's an honor to be able to be a part of your night, to be a part of this video and getting to kind of reminisce and get to talk about you. I don't think you realize how much of an effect you had, not just on me, but a lot of people. We still, to this day, kind of sing your praises and talk about you, and just, the great guy that you are, the great coach that you are, and just the effect that you had on our lives. I know, especially me, I haven't gone through some tough times in college, going through a rough spot, losing my mother. You were always there on my side, and that's something that I never forgot. You're one of a kind, and I personally am very lucky to have had you be a part of my life. Those are some of the best years of my life, getting to be a part of your baseball team and getting to play for you. It was truly an honor to be one of your players. So, congratulations. Thank you for everything that you've done, and, you're the best.